All right. Happy Friday for Friday the 14th, 2018, of course. How's everybody doing for this evening? I don't have any specific topics for this evening. That's why I'm calling this a toss-up, whatever's on your mind. I do have one announcement. See if we get some people inside the chat, and we'll go from there. Let me go to a new tab. I definitely don't want to hear myself. Let me mute this. Stream looks good. Very good. All right. Let's do this here. Let me turn on my ticker. All right. All right. Excuse me. I'm all choked up for Friday night. How's that? All right. Looking good on my end. Pizza, you can join the Hangouts. I have to send you a new link. So let me go to my G-Box, as it were. Hello, Yugi. Hello, Steve. How are you? All right. Looks like we have a new follower on the channel, Kenneth. Hello, Kenneth. If you ever watch this, just send me an email. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pizza TotalOSToday1@gmail.com. Steve, I have your email. Dan Simmons, welcome. Tomorrow night, check your emails, Dan and Steve. I think I sent it. Tomorrow night there will be a private chat for the Patreon and PayPal supporters of the channel. Thank you. Tomorrow night, 10 p.m., there'll be a private chat. And Parents Podcast, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, or New York time, as it were. Pizza shouldn't be posting your emails. I meant for you to send me an email. Send me an email. But, alright, hang on here. I guess I gotta get the link first. Alright, got the link. That's your old email, so you can get all the spam. Okay, alright, okay. You should have an email that says spamcomehere@gmail.com, right? Steve, I will send you one. You got the email, Dan? Oh, Dan, you can join this one if you want. Do I have yours saved here? I have, Dan. Okay, Dan, you can join this one if you wish. Alright. So that's your old email. Alright, Pizza, I'll send you one there. Hang on. Hope everyone is doing well for this Friday evening. I can't believe how sunny, how warm it was today for September in Ohio. I was surprised. It was humid. I was sweating up a storm, but that's okay. I don't mind a workout. All right, Pizza, check your email now. Okay? Okay. All right, Dan. Wooyoung Jiun, cloudy in Seoul, South Korea. Okay. Are your seasons the same as here? So in other words, is it fall now or is it reverse? I think it's the same as here, right? If I am not mistaken, in Korea. I think it's the reverse in Australia. So if it's summer here, it's winter there. Daniel Bort, warm in Rochester. Yeah, it was like 85 today. Yeah, I mean, yeah, tomorrow's going to be humid, high in the 80s, upper 80. Wow, that's a lot. Hello, pizza.
Is my webcam showing?
No webcam, but I can hear you loud and clear.
Alright. Hold on. For some reason, your voice is coming out of my speakers, even though I have a headset on.
You'll have to go into your settings, yeah. David, howdy. What's the royal scam? No, is there a royal scam for tonight? I don't know.
I'm installing KDE Neon right now on my computer.
Okay. All right, cool.
So that Windows computer I have, I'm having a lot of issues with Windows, so I'm just dual booting now.
Okay.
I tried Ubuntu, but I had some issues where for the Software Center, it uses snap packages by default, and I installed the OBS snap and I live streamed with it, and during the live stream, it had my voice twice, and it made me sound like a robot.
I did not do the OBS snap package, just a regular package, so.
Yeah, but I just installed it off the Software Center.
Say hi to Pizza. Good.
Hi, Pizza. Pizza.
Hi.
Bud Holman got a Black & Decker hedge trimmer. Arr. Good.
So, last time, when I thought my mic broke, it turned out Windows, it switched the drivers while I was using the mic to the default Microsoft drivers.
Interesting. Okay.
And it messed everything up. So when I tried it on my laptop, my mic worked fine, but then on Windows, it stopped working, and I had to go in the driver manager and fix it. And then later, I was on a video call with my friend from school, and the same thing happened. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to record my mic on Windows anymore. I'm just going to use Linux for that.
I've never had that problem. Okay. All right. Steve, you're finishing up dinner. Late dinner, huh? Okay, cool.
Any news on Tim?
No, I was checking my email. Let me double check. No, nothing.
Okay.
No. As soon as I hear something, I'll let you guys know. But
he must be still recovering.
Could be. Something like that can take a while. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, what happened to him?
All of a sudden, he was having heart issues on a vacation trip or something.
Basically, he was on his way home from Chicago, and he wasn't feeling good, so he went to the hospital, and later in the hospital, it was determined that he had cardiac arrest.
That's not good.
And the last I heard, he was home recovering, or home from the hospital.
Yeah.
And that's all that I know, so I don't know. Hello, Anthony. How are you?
Okay, I just opened up the chat.
Yeah, I hope he's okay. But yeah, the big news this week had to be the Apple announcement, their new, more expensive phone for $1,100, 6.5-inch screen.
The screen on it is pretty big.
Yeah, I got this. I picked up this unlocked Motorola. This is probably the nicest budget phone in a long time. If you can see that, 6-inch.
I heard what happened to you to the 6P.
Yeah, this has a 5,000 milliamp battery. I mean, I think this thing will jumpstart your car if the battery's dead too. But, I mean, it's huge. It's huge.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is it getting Android Pie?
I don't know. It has the latest Oreo. It has all the security updates. Now the only thing is, because it's not AT&T certified phone, it doesn't do voicemail notifications, and that really annoys me. It does everything else. I can call, I can text, but it won't work. So I may send it back. I didn't know that.
There's got to be some way to enable it just by using like some app or something. There's got to be some way to like trick it into thinking it's certified and then making it work.
I'll check the Play Store, but if that's what it is, that's an annoyance.
Check the XDA forums, maybe.
But I checked the AT&T official phones, and that phone was not listed. Yeah, so
I've been using Ubuntu with Unity for almost a month, and I must say this is one of the most stable distros that I've ever used.
Cool, nice.
I have a new type of recording software on here called Kazam, and I can basically record. Yeah, I've modified it to where I can record 30 frames per second, and it actually works really good. I've been testing out recording software after recording software because I need a recording software besides OBS to where I can record regions. Because if I'm correct, OBS has a bit of a problem recording different windows and regions, doesn't it?
What I do to record regions is I just like resize like the screen and get it perfectly. So it's the annoying thing is it's scaled, but it's the best solution.
Okay.
I use either OBS or Simple Screen Recorder, and that's it.
I use Simple Screen Recorder for my fast looks, and then for all my other videos, I do OBS.
Okay.
But yeah, Kazam's just been wonderful. I'm going to pretty much have OBS and Kazam as my solutions for recording. Basically, Kazam, in my opinion, replaces HyperCam.
If Kazam could live stream, I wouldn't even have OBS installed.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I wish it could live stream. That'd be nice.
Analog, thank you for the super chat.
Let's talk about the new member to the iPhone family here for a minute, TOS. What were your first initial thoughts about the XS?
It's obvious they're going as advanced and as cutting edge as possible. I mean, they're really you can't squeeze more features in general out of a phone. You can't squeeze more battery life. I mean, it is what it is. You can make the camera sharper, more megapixels, more gadgetry and all that. You can make the screen bigger. Hi, Switch. Hi, Noah. You can make, but there's only so much. So is it worth 11? If you need, here's the thing about the iPhone. If you need a top-of-the-line camera, like DSLR quality, now I don't have an iPhone in front of me, but I think that's what they're looking for.
Just use a Pixel for that.
Right, or the 6P if you have one that works. But if you look that kind of quality, then you want a Pixel or an iPhone.
Can I give switch to Linux the link to Hangouts?
Yeah, and so if you don't need the DSLR camera quality, you don't need to spend $1,100 or $1,200.
I mean, I have a Samsung Galaxy S9, and the camera on there is pretty good. I'm actually impressed with the phone. I've had the phone for at least a good few months, and it works great. I mean, Samsung has always been known for very good innovation and quality, so they're a really good company.
Phones are getting better in general. Even this $200 budget phone is not. I mean, it's too bad the voicemail won't work on this. I got to send it back, I guess. But yeah, if you're looking for a top line, the Google Pixel for Android has probably the best camera, and of course, all the iPhones have always had decent cameras, but they are getting better. And I think for $1,100 or $1,200, what you're getting for is the top of the line camera. If I had to speculate. Now the rest of it, it probably still has a crappy speaker. If I had to guess.
Well, the thing about phones is speaker innovation has not been good in the last 10, 15 years. I mean, the speaker on my phone is pretty decent. It's pretty good, but when I used to have my iPhone, when I did have my iPhone, the iPhone I had was a 6S, and everything on that phone was just wonderful. I mean, it was like having a Mac in the palm of your hand, and I think that was the intention they wanted for that phone.
Sensor size. Yeah, the specs on that Android, or sorry, the iPhone 6.5-inch, the top of the line is impressive.
I have Skype installed now.
Before I set the 6P back, I took 2 pictures with it. It was superb. Now I bought the 32-bit. I don't know if the 64-bit 6P has the same issue. I might try 64-bit just to see, because I really like the phone.
Wait, they have a 32-bit and 64-bit 6P?
Yeah.
Why?
Next to 6P,
Why not just have one?
I think they went up to 128, actually.
Oh, that storage? I thought you said bits.
Storage, yeah.
Yeah, I thought you meant like 32-bit and 64-bit processors.
No.
Okay,
storage, sorry, yeah. Hello, Father Sayer. Welcome, Cyber Python. Mugen.
So,
make sure I catch everybody here. Michael Lindorf.
I'm thinking about getting a refurbished Pixel 1.
Okay.
And basically,
Pixels are good phones.
I don't play Fortnite, but I'm using it as if it can run the Android beta of Fortnite, then it's a good enough phone for me, like spec-wise. I don't play it; it's just kind of a baseline, if you know what I mean. But by the way, I just messaged Skype, or switched to Linux on Skype, our chat link. But
all right.
I think the only problem with it is I think the bezels are really ugly, and the iPhone bezels look quite nice because the home button actually uses up the space, or some phones have their logo there. Without any logo or home button, the bezels look really bad. So I think I'm going to get skin to make the bezels look a little bit better.
Well, I do know something interesting. The company BlackBerry, they're still making phones.
Yeah, I know, but they aren't very good.
Well, the thing is, I mean, the thing about Blackberries is they haven't always been known to be extravagant, as I would say. The thing about Blackberries for the last 10, 15 years is they've been pretty much the business person's choice of a phone.
Yeah,
because the BlackBerry
they're super secure.
Yeah, because
well, they used to be before they switched to Android.
Oh, they switched to Android?
Yeah, the new BlackBerry phone uses Android.
What operating system did it use before?
BlackBerry OS 10, which could run, which had like a weird version of Android inside of it that can run Android apps off the Amazon App Store.
So
but they got rid of that because it sucks.
So basically, BlackBerry OS was essentially Linux.
Yep.
Huh. So they're Android now, eh?
Yeah.
Well, they had to switch if they wanted to be relevant. You know? Or as Arnold would have said, they are irrelevant. You know. But, hello, PK. How are you?
I just installed Google Chrome on KDE Neon.
Gael, welcome.
People think this is kind of stupid. I know. It's a privacy risk, but at school, I'm signed into Chrome, so I can. That's the only way I can get extensions at school. They block it. However, if you sync your sign-in account to Chrome, if you sign into Chrome, that will put all your extensions on anyway. Which is how I bypass that. So I use it to get extensions on the school computers, as well as I also like syncing my bookmarks with the school computers. Like if I'm browsing something on my computer at home, and then, oh no, it's time to go to school, I can just bookmark it and access it later at school. That's why I have a Google account.
Well, the thing is, when you're not in school, if you want to protect your privacy and security, like I do, since I'm a privacy activist, I would essentially go with Chromium, because what they do with Chromium, and I believe TOS knows this as well, they literally got out the telemetry and all that stuff out of Chromium.
Yeah. I also use Chrome because I need Google Google Flash Player, Adobe Flash Player for school. That's the other reason I use Chrome.
Yeah. Well,
and it's kind of a pain to get it running on Firefox and Chromium.
Well, actually, it's not a huge pain for Chromium because I figured out a way to get a Flash Player onto Chromium.
Yeah, it's easy. It's just an extra step for me.
Yeah. Well, all you got to do is go into your terminal and do sudo apt install pepperflash plugin -non-free.
Yeah.
And it'll install a Flash plugin right into Chromium, and it actually works. Another web browser option that you could try is Waterfox, because I know Switch has used it plenty of times.
It's based off Firefox ESR, and it's super slow compared to normal Firefox. Because Firefox Quantum is a lot faster than Firefox 56, so it's super slow. Also, I think we should let TOS talk.
No, being my guy, I even had a fly join me in the conversation. I mean, that's all the buzz tonight. Anyway, it's around here somewhere. Hello, Colin.
Hello. Is my mic working? Or?
It is working, mate.
It's working.
It is working.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, Colin, have you tried any new distros as of late?
Yes, I just did a video and uploaded it for Debian LMDE3.
Oh.
And I am just doing a video on Hackman Linux right now. Install and look around. So I'm just finished that off. So I was just in the middle of finishing that up. That's why I was a little bit late coming on. I just wanted to finish off the end of that video.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Switch to Linux says Deepin is not finding. How many times I gotta tell you guys, stay away from Deepin. I tried it twice, and I ran out of Tylenol for my headache. You know,
but TOS,
Switch.
it's gorgeous.
I think Deep Arch Linux with the Deepin DE is good. I think Arch Linux with any desktop except for GNOME is good. But I can't handle GNOME. I can use literally any other desktop. I could run the Windows 10 desktop and Linux and like it. I mean the Windows 10 desktop on Linux and agree that it's better. However, I'm taking a break of Arch. It's too stable for me actually. I got bored fixing stuff.
Something like whatever it's called, you know. Anyway.
I got bored not fixing stuff, so I switched over to a different distro that's actually less stable.
Well, TOS remembers my experience with Deepin all too well.
Like I said, I tried it twice in the past, and you never get a second chance to make a good first example. And I gave them a second chance, and they still sucked. So you know.
At least it's not as bad as FreeSpire OS. When I tried that when it first came out. Yeah, FreeSpire, that came back out.
I've never heard of that.
They are back. Anarita.
I tried it out, and I had this issue where after 10 minutes of uptime on my computer, it would just freeze. So what I had to do is, and I was trying to, and what I do for my reviews is I make the review, I do the fast look, which shows extra features of the distro. It's just a slow overview, silent overview of the distro. And the way I make fast looks is I just record myself going through the distro, and then I put it in fast motion and add some cool music. I had to record like the fast look like 4 times, and then right when I was done with the flash look, I had to reboot, go back, open up Kdenlive, do it really quickly, save it, reboot, render it, just so that I wouldn't freeze while I was trying to do my stuff. And then I had to make the review as quickly as possible, restart, edit it in Kdenlive, restart, render it, and then upload it to YouTube. And then I finally distro hopped. God.
Oh my God.
I'm looking at the ticker news feed, by the way, just to jump in. It says YouTube nursery rhyme channel with billions of views sold. There was a nursery rhyme channel. They just sold it. It had 17.5 billion views.
There's this really creepy video. It's called Eggs Dancing to Johnny Johnny Yes Papa.
Greetings.
Or it's Johnny Johnny.
Thomas.
Hey, buddy.
Linux Man for the win.
I'm all for Linux Mint. Yeah.
Wait.
Do we have feedback? Should I plug in headphones, or are we good?
You sound good to me.
You're good.
No, actually, I'm hearing some feedback now.
Yeah.
I heard it for a second.
Well, you know, Toss, I was going to say regarding Deepin, I've tried that quite a few times. 15.7 is not too bad, but I just find that it just doesn't seem to be the same desktop paradigm as most of the other Linux distros you try. There always seems to be something very quirky about that thing, that you can't sort of solve things the same way you do with a lot of other distros. That's the one thing that that's probably what Tom's finding too, I would say.
Oh, hundreds of tiny little annoying things.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's what I find too.
Nothing groundbreaking.
No.
So, Tom, you did not get lost in outer space thanks to Deepin.
No, I did not.
Wait, I thought you distro hopped.
I will do it when I get the chance.
Yeah, I thought you distro hopped on that computer.
No,
did you just reboot into your Linux Mint hard drive?
Oh no, that's I got like several computers.
You going back to Cinnamon, Tom?
Yeah, I switched back over to my main production computer because it's still on.
I used to think Cinnamon was garbage, but I kind of like it now. But I still like Budgie and KDE better.
The thing about Cinnamon, it has the ability to adapt to any type of hardware you throw at it.
Yep.
Not virtual machines for me. Like Linux Mint 19, when I run it in a virtual machine, I tried to do this video where one of my friends was over, and I had him, and he doesn't know how to use any computer, or he barely knows how to use computers. All he knows how to use is Chrome OS, not even Windows. And I had him try Linux Mint, however, in a virtual machine. But OBS and Linux Mint, or OBS, when I'm recording, it lagged out the whole VM, and it was.
Oh my god!
So like he clicked the menu, and it was like 15 seconds before it opened. That is why I don't do my reviews on virtual machines, because OBS lags out the whole review, and I can't tell if it's an issue with the VM or if it's me recording, because it could be an issue with the OS, but it could also be my VM.
And Arita, I wore a light pink shirt just for you tonight.
Hello, Arita.
Very light pink.
That was a good news stream you did tonight, Tom. I was very impressed.
Really?
I missed it. What'd you talk about?
The overall chief topic was megalomaniacs on parade. Bezos and whoever that moron is from that drug company that I don't know, overdosed on his own pharmaceuticals or something. I don't know. It's literally raised. Took an antibiotic that has been in production for over 60 years on the World Health Organization's list of the top essential pharmaceuticals. He raised the price 500%, citing we just have a moral imperative to make money.
That's what he said?
Yes.
Well, I think we have a moral imperative to throw him in jail, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
It's too bad that isn't actually illegal. It should be, but...
It should be. And that's why the purpose of government is. So maybe we can raise attention to it and say, hey, what's going on with this? Maybe we can change and raise the laws and say we need to do that.
I mean, we have the power. I mean, we have the power to perform change.
Yeah.
Our legal system is just favors the rich people because
I'm just going to say
the government.
I need to go grab a bottle of water because I haven't done that yet. I'll be back.
Okay. All I'm going to say about our legal system and our government, they are both just jack crap.
Yeah.
That's all.
Mr. G, I don't know what the answers to your question are. I have seen your question. I don't know what's going on overseas.
What is that about?
Something passed in Europe for absolute privacy, and that was like absolute, like absolute and tonic.
I don't watch news anymore because it's full of it. Just totally full of it. The news these days.
The news is just news has just become a bunch of debates because they need to sell ad time to make money. They need to sell all the ads, so they'll do anything as long as they can stay on air, so they can make that precious ad money. Commercial money. So news has just become a bunch of debates where it's edited to make it one-sided. The debates are all edited to make it one-sided.
You need to keep up with the news, I suppose. I should try and keep up with it somehow. But hey, I'm having fun making Linux videos, so I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Is Tom still there? Because I wanted to ask him something. Oh, he's gone to get a
He went to grab a bottle of Dom Perignon, I think.
Tom?
Yep.
Are you there? Tom, I wanted to ask you, I've been running Linux Mint 19 for a while now, and do you have issues with sound when you plug
I don't run 19.
It seems to change your sound all the time. If you take your mic out, put it back in, it won't be working. Your headphones, it won't be working.
That type of stuff generally happens with a lot of distros. If you do a change, then it thinks that it thinks you want to see that change, and so it'll toggle it, but it may not toggle it back.
Never noticed that before, to be honest, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me not taking much notice. I don't know. It's weird.
I love the way Budgie does it, where you can just change your input device in the Raven menu. Like, for example, if I had some friends over and I wanted to switch to my speakers instead of my headphones, all I have to do is just hit the Raven menu and just click that button, and then it's using my speakers instead. And then if I want to go back to my mic, I can just hit that button again, and it will go back to my headphones.
Mr. G, can you fill us in briefly? Sorry, I just wanted to jump in. What exactly is going on with Article? Because I really don't know. It sounds important. The internet is going to be censored.
It passed. What? Article 11 and 13.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Hi, Steve.
Hello, Colin.
Tom, you know anything about what's going on in Europe?
Article 13 and Article 11, yes. So they passed. There is another vote that has to go, which is either late this year or early next year before it's finally ratified. So basically one of those, and I forget which one's which, one of those is the link tax and one of those is the copyright tax, like the copyright filter. So for the link tax, now small businesses are exempt. So individual bloggers, things like that, that was one of the small changes. If you're a blogger, it's probably not going to affect you. If you're a company who makes revenue by basically, I think it seems like the new iteration, they're kind of targeting companies that are basically like link farms that are just harvesting stuff just to sell ads, like Drudge Report would be an example of one, where you go there, it's just a big conglomerate of all the things, links out all over the place. They're trying to do away with that, which is hilarious because they link directly to the articles. It doesn't seem like it makes any sense. But big companies, they're going to have to get a tax to be able to link all those articles. Small companies, individuals, bloggers, things like that seem to be unaffected at this point in time. That's the one. The other one, which is probably a little bit crazier, is the copyright filter. Basically, it's like everyone has to maintain this untenable database of all copyrighted work and filter any user uploaded information on upload to make sure it's not violating copyright, which isn't even tenable. I don't even think a quantum computer could do that.
So Article 11 and 13, is it supposed to change how the internet works, Tom, or?
Well, that wasn't their intention, but that's what they did. Because part of it is memes. You couldn't meme anymore, things like that. So
that is really stupid.
It is incredibly stupid, yes.
I'm guessing kind of like the military, you know, how the military has pre-cooked, so to speak, their technology like at least 25 years in the future that they will now tell us. I think the internet bosses have done the same thing. No matter what we say is right or wrong, it's already on that internet menu. And that's the way it's going to be, whether you like it or not. If I had to speculate, I can't prove it, but that's what I think is going on. Somebody mentioned Bezos, but he's going to donate $2 billion to the homeless. I thought I saw something. Good for him.
That's either, what is it, 1% or 2% or 0.2% of his income.
True, true.
Let me do some math.
True,
let me get out my calculator.
But to the homeless shelter, even a few bucks is like $1 million. So Mr. Bezos, do some more. We need more of that, you know.
I think he needs to start by paying his employees better. They need to start with having a company that has good company values where the employees feel valued.
I agree.
One of the things that I think most companies have really forgotten about, Tom, is treat your employees with a lot of respect and dignity. And most higher ups or bosses in most of these big corporations, they don't do that.
Yeah, and there's been this big shift. There's actually one company, I think it's in Oregon or Washington. He looked at what's going on with all this wage gap stuff and realized like 30, 40 years ago, you know, when the older generation was still, you know, going in like high school age, college age, just go out, get a good job, get a good company. They're going to take care of you. You're going to have benefits. You're going to stay. That's a lot of parents, a lot of grandparents still think that's the way it is, and it's not. It hasn't been that way for a while.
Yeah.
What happened is that in that period of time, the pay gap differential was tiny. I mean, it was only maybe 30 or 40 times at most. Right now, the wage gap differential between an average employee and an executive is over 10,000 to 1,000,000 times more. And that's a problem because what ends up happening is the employees, there is no say, there is no anything. And like my brother works these companies. He makes, I don't know what, not too far above minimum wage. And the guy that owns the restaurant where he works at, I mean, the guy's got like 6 Learjets. At what point in time is enough enough? And that's kind of part of the problem.
Okay, so I just did some math. So I did 0.2% of Jeff Bezos' net worth is 325,800, and 2% of his net worth is 3,258,000.
What's his net worth right now?
It's 162 billion. Wait, hold on.
Wow. Something like that, yeah.
I might have. Yeah, it's 162 billion 900.
Okay, all right.
It's
all
nine.
Right.
It's 16.
Stop. As a professor, stop. I know how to handle this. Okay, if just assume it's 1 billion or 100 billion, so that's 150 billion roughly. If it's 100 billion, 2 billion is 2%. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I know.
His income is more than that, so it's less than 2%. So he gave less than 2% of his income for this thing, and it's 1 billion goes to the homeless shelters. It's 1 billion goes to this very scary school system he wants to do.
Okay, all right.
Honestly, I just googled 2% of one.
Yeah.
When all else fails, just go to the privacy company for answers.
It sounds like they led you astray, though.
The reason Tom and wasn't on when I said this, but the reason I use Google Chrome signed in is just because at school they block extensions, so the only way to get extensions is to have it signed in and have it sync with my school. And then I also have my bookmarks synced at school, so if I'm at home and I want to, it's time to go to school, I can just bookmark my web pages and then pull them up at school.
Yeah, there you go. There's a good way around it.
That's the reason that I sign in to Google. That and YouTube is unblocked. They have this clean video search thing that whitelists different channels. And I tried to get my channel whitelisted, but they don't decide what is like whitelisted. Apparently, iBoss, which is the owner of Clean Video Search, this thing is a joke. If you go to it right now, it's iBoss. That's what made it. But if you search like a video, if you open it, it says 0 views by and then blank, and then the description doesn't show. It's so broken. And this interface is from like 2009. So bad. Just go to cleanvideosearch.com. Oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. But being signed into Chrome at school unblocks that.
Okay.
It's weird.
Client CBig says they also throw it in at the last month. This is the EU thing. Thrown in at the last month that sports and places where it is shown can be claimed as a right on upload restriction.
I think that targets there was an app, and it was a Spanish soccer football app. Of course, American American soccer. There's a Spanish football app that I think it was Spanish that rolled out. They rolled out an update right when the finals were going on, that the app would actually listen to any ambient sound, and if they determined that the game was being, streamed or illegally pirated at your bar or wherever you were at, it would report back home and look for copyright violations. So,
oh my God.
Interesting app update that was pushed. So read those terms and conditions.
So what's funny is on my video, how to smash a floppy disk, there was a construction worker like 2 doors down, and they started playing music really loud, and they could hear it in my video. And get this, I got a copyright strike for it, which I was kind of expecting, except it was for the wrong song.
I've had that in one of my videos, driving a car with one of my mixes going on, and yep, copyright strike against it, and I'm going, what?
That one is kind of fair. I should have tried to edit it out a little bit, but that is the first fair copyright strike I've gotten. Well, I guess the one where I used that theme song from a show.
Yeah,
but
getting good company.
I got that copyright strike from JetBrains, and it was really stupid. Because I used their name.
We need umpires for the internet. You know, when you watch a game, it goes strikes. When you do something that's a strike, a pop-up strike 1, strike 2. You're gone.
I
don't give them ideas. Don't give them ideas.
You're out of here, pal. Take a shower.
I just spotted something funny in the pop-up chat here. Google, the privacy company. Restrictions may apply. Sign up today.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why just use Stephanie's music. She allows you to use her music, no problem.
Yeah, until Orchard Music claims her music as their own.
Yeah.
Yep.
No comment.
Well, she has the rights. She's on Bandcamp, another friendly. Now, if you do use her music, your ads will be disabled. Any ads will go for her music, which is fine. I have no problem with that. But it will not be a strike. It'll be a claim. In other words, when I use her music or other artists that are friendly, I'll get like an email. It's a claim, but it's not a strike. The claims are okay.
Actually, that video that I made, that wasn't a strike. That was a claim. I just don't know the difference, honestly.
We need internet coaches to argue with the internet umpires. No, man, they'll just throw you out of the internet ballpark, man. You know, PK.
Does that pop up a red card? Does it toss a red card?
Yeah, right. No, he just yells, strike! You're gone!
I'm actually thinking about monetizing my music. Not on YouTube. I'm thinking about setting up an album. So I'm going to have the 3 songs on my channel that are already up. Those will still be available. However, I'm going to remaster one of them and then have a bunch, and then make 3 other ones and put it as an album that you can purchase on Bandcamp.
Bandcamp is good. It's friendly. That's where I bought Stephanie's music. It's easy and
that's what I recommended to my teacher. He has a band and he's like, "Hey, do you know how to put music on iTunes?" And I'm like, no, because I don't support Apple products. But I recommended him Bandcamp, and he was like, "I already use Bandcamp," and I was like, "Oh, cool."
Well, let me give a quick.
Look around at different publishing places. Like, you can also put your stuff as music CDs for sale on Amazon through the CreateSpace, because CreateSpace will do CDs as well. And if you list a CD at standard price, like $10 standard price for a CD, you get $5 of that back.
I sort of wish Spreadshirt had stuff like CDs on it, because there aren't really very many good places to get CDs for you, so I'd have to buy CDs at the store and make them myself.
Yeah, there's probably a few other places. Like when I do my books, right? You do your books through Amazon and through Lightning Source. Those are really the only 2 places in the world that print books.
CD, there's all of the sites to make them look really sketchy. Are you kidding me? There's one I'm on right now. It's called duplication.cdbaby.com.
That sounds shitty.
CD Baby. CD Baby's good too. I like CD Baby.
That sounds like a great name. And then there's also EasyDisc.net. All of these just look very sketchy. I don't know why. Like this one, discmakers.com just has a bunch of comic book characters. New low prices on custom DVD packages, but then it has a bunch of weird comic book characters.
All I gotta say is when it comes to the internet, I have very little trust for all these big corporations. I am on my guard 24/7.
Yeah. And you have to be, but there's times like if you want to run a business, though, sometimes you got to play in their industries.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's a sad reality. So it's like for personal stuff, but you know, when you run a business, you keep things separated, you know. You do have to keep a separate life, a separate business computer, separate, or at least, you know, separate some things.
Basically, in other words, you pretty much have to separate personal life and business. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, which is okay.
Yeah, because if you get delisted off something like Google, your business goes. Simple as that. You know what I mean? So you got to play in the ballpark a bit. Same goes for Bing, I guess. People do use it. So, yeah.
Oh.
Facebook UK boss. We want to give users more control.
Yeah, of course we do. That sounds very legit. That's definitely going to happen. I bet money on it.
What did I see on the stream about Facebook? That they removed over 1 billion fake users.
Really?
Yeah.
Over 1 billion?
1 billion. That's
that can't.
That would be the entire use of Facebook users.
There's 2 billion Facebook users.
Oh, there's 2 now. Okay.
So that would be half of them being deleted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe it's 2 million.
2 or something.
That's a lot.
Yeah, probably 2 million.
You have to look it up. I'll look it up. It was on.
Wow.
So they legitimately deleted a whole bunch of their users.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
They deleted, if I can do math correctly this time, 1/2000th of their user base.
That is a load of bull.
Hang on, I'm looking for
Allegedly.
I can't believe that. I can't
That
even
doesn't
believe that
seem right.
Facebook's doing that.
Well, I told them to.
If anything, Facebook should keep those bots because it helps them get ad revenue.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the video now. It's here somewhere in my. For some reason, I clicked it and on 6.
First, Facebook is taking our data. Now they're deleting people. I mean, what the heck is going to happen next?
Or did they use a Facebook gauntlet and snap the finger and half the universe was gone?
Yeah.
What a crazy world, man.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the link.
You know, like I come back to what you say every time, TOS. If you want privacy, don't put your computer on the internet. End of story. Go back to the 70s and 80s and just have a computer to do your stuff at home. That's it. Because once you're on the internet,
or just watch the me and switch to Linux show and that's it. Yeah. No.
That's all you need to do.
Who makes up these VPNs? Is it the cousin of the owner of the internet whose brother owns a VPN and then he owns another and then his cousin owns the people who make the viruses and they're all making the money and everybody's buying a VPN thinking they're private?
Uncle Godfather's internet, right, yeah.
That's
what it
you know,
is.
who knows? You just don't know, do you?
It's crazy.
I think I put it in the chat. I'm not sure I put it in the right one now. It says group chat.
I mean, I've got a YouTube account, a Google account, Facebook account, every account. I mean, but when the government owes me money, it seems like they've forgotten where I live after until a few months.
And all of that accounts for my insanity right now. Yeah.
Well, as of today, I got rid of my AOL account, and the main reason why I got rid of it is I refuse to be a part of Oath.
Do you take it up on that?
I refuse to accept the terms of service of the school computers.
Because
I eventually had to get forced to do it because I had a tech class in video production for last period, which is part of the reason I'm running Windows now. So I basically got forced into accepting those terms of service.
Isn't it kind of funny, though, that we have a school system that forces you into a terms of service that you do not agree to?
And then I also have a Microsoft account under my school that I never agreed to their terms of service. So by agreeing to if you agree to the school's terms of service, you have to research what services the school gives you, and then also agree to those terms of service.
And
then hope that they don't add any new services that you haven't read the terms for.
It's pretty much pure and simple. Microsoft has control of the school system.
And I told my dad that I don't agree to it, and he was like, "Dude, He told me that I was, in quote, effing paranoid, and I have a screenshot. I even screenshotted it. He texted me that I told him that I wasn't accepting them, and he said that I was effing paranoid. And I screenshotted it because I thought it was so ridiculous.
Have you heard of deep fakes?
No, I have not.
That is the scary part. It's coming. Basically, there are ultra-realistic digital forgeries. And what they can do is they can take, say, a president, dead or living, and have him say something that looks like him, sounds like him, but it's a fake. It would be like President Smith saying, "America sucks. I'm with this guy," and you're like, "What did the president say?" Deep fakes. Search it. It's scary.
Deep fake of Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
Telling us that all internet statistics are made up. That would be the best deepfake ever. You're welcome to whoever actually does it.
Yes.
Love that. I would love that.
I like installing Windows on a virtual box because then I can agree to everything. It's just a virtual agreement. It's great fun.
What's funny is I really like history. So one time I had, for a while, since I like history a lot, I had like this Soviet wallpaper thing, and then people at school thought I was a communist because of it.
Oh my god! Did they really, buddy?
Yeah, people legitimately thought I was a communist, and I did it because I did it. And the funny thing is that wallpaper, I had it on my Windows phone for, or actually I think it was, I can't remember if it was on my Windows phone or my iPhone 3S or 3GS, but people thought that I was a communist because since I like history, I set my wallpaper to a Soviet emblem.
Wow.
Who was the president that said I cannot tell a lie?
And the crazy thing is, it wasn't even just the Soviet emblem. It was it was like two fists, America and the Soviets fighting each other, and they still thought I was a communist, even though it was it was like a wallpaper representation of the Cold War.
Somebody posted a meme. They had the three presidents. They had George Washington, I cannot tell a lie. They had President Nixon, I cannot tell the truth. President Trump, I cannot tell the difference.
No, President Trump. I can't tell a lie, but you'll probably notice that it's a lie.
Yeah.
Because you can tell when he's lying, because he doesn't know how to lie.
I'm just going to get a drink.
Remember, Trump does not lie. Trump doesn't lie. He uses alternate truths.
Alternative facts, yes.
Alternative facts. I love that.
Well, he's not. I mean, so is everyone else. I mean, that's the reality.
Someone took a truth meter or lie meter or something, and they had previous politicians like Hillary was 14% lying, and so was this. Then they went to Trump. It was off the scale. How many times?
I think I remember that. It's just the only problem is that source. I can't remember what it was, but that source is right leaning. So they could have just rigged it in Hillary's favor.
Yeah.
Because it was right leaning.
I mean,
that's the problem. You have to get more. There's this really good site. It's called Media Bias Fact Check. Let me pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's Media Bias Fact Check, and whenever I see something that I slightly don't believe, I check it on that site just to see if it's true. If it's biased, I mean.
Yeah, I do.
About 90% that you read on either side is rubbish. It really is.
Both sides is right. Check it yourself.
You know? Check it yourself.
Yeah.
Because I often put up in Facebook, doesn't anybody fact check? Because I see such a lot of rubbish go on there.
Yes.
You think to yourself, what? I can't be right.
I had a brother-in-law that would just forward stuff, and it's like, and I would send him the links, and he would come up with some excuse. Well, I still don't like them. That's why I'm putting it out there. It doesn't matter. You're spreading untruth, you know.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook. That's why I don't post religion and politics on Facebook. I just don't, unless it's private. But I'll see posts from both sides. I'm like, check the facts. It does matter, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, but oh well. The internet is a tool, you know.
Yeah, that's what I see it as.
Sometimes the truth gets clobbered with a hammer.
Yeah, it's a tool for it's a tool to gain knowledge. That's what I use it as, and to communicate with people. But then my whole generation just uses
CJ, join us if you want. Come on in. The water's fine. Come on in.
I don't like.
Warm before we use the jacuzzi.
I kind of wish I wasn't my generation, because my generation, the stereotypes are true. I have experience. They're all Fortnite dabbing, fidget spinning idiots who believe everything they hear on the internet.
You would love hanging out with co-hosts that I have on my show every now and again. Oh man, you guys would get along.
I wish Arnold Schwarzenegger could run for president. He can't. He would be. President Schwarzenegger, what do you feel about Congress? They're all a bunch. They must be terminated. Wouldn't that be something? What do you think if we don't need tax cuts for the rich? This is outrageous.
But
that would be something.
I just really hate my generation. They'd also give up privacy for convenience too. That's the other thing.
Privacy for cookies. Did you see that stuff?
Yeah, they give up their password for like $10.
I can just hear it, TOS. Get to the office. Get to the office.
I just kind of feel ashamed of my generation. I try to be as different from my generation as possible.
It is the way it is, though. I mean, the generations follow certain, what can you say, trends. And pretty much that's the way it is. Whatever the going thing is in a generation, that's what it'll be. And slowly, as you get older, things will change.
The thing is, though, the trends are more accessible now because of the internet. So, and to fit in, you need to follow these trends. So, if you want to fit in, you have to be a fidget spinning, dabbing Fortnite idiot guy.
You don't have to be. You can be yourself. We can all be ourselves in life. We don't have to follow anyone. You can either be a leader or a follower. Be a leader or be yourself. You don't have to follow anyone.
And the other thing is, people in my generation think they're entitled to everything.
Well, you know, I agree with privacy for cookies. I don't want nobody stealing my cookies. I'm sorry, they're mine.
They're mine. Cookie Monster.
Are they Chips Ahoy, Oreo?
Oatmeal.
Hey, I just made some oatmeal cookies.
That's got a chocolate chip.
My wife made some homemade chocolate chip. Here, have
some. Guys.
Yeah, nice one.
Hey, I probably made the.
I don't have any cookies.
Made lately.
Wow.
I did a light chocolate ice cream with vanilla pudding swirled into it, and it was amazing.
Tom's always making some stuff that sounds nice anyway.
Tonight on Cooking with Linux, we're going to take a little bit of this kernel.
We're
going to take some Debian spices, some cinnamon, you know.
Assuming I have time to actually edit the video, I will be doing my bone broth recipe this week.
Hey, we should make some sugar water for the budgies.
Yeah.
For the budgies, we're going to use some calamari sauce and mix it in.
Yes,
you know?
We're going to make some popcorn, and this kernel's going to pop.
That's right, the real kernel.
But
add a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of spices to it.
That's right.
Nice.
Yeah, but basically, when I use the internet, I mainly use it for a few main purposes. 1, email. 2, my YouTube channel, because that's pretty much a business for me. And 3, just to communicate with friends and family. That's all I use it for, nothing more, nothing less.
I keep getting Moto suggestions. Hello, Moto.
Coming back from Cooking with Linux, there is actually a channel called Cooking with Linux, and it's run by Marcel somebody. Can't remember his second name. Marcel Graves. Yeah, Cooking with Linux. Yeah.
Cooking with Linux.
He's quite quite.
I need a drink. I'll be right back.
I've gained 3 subscribers since this stream has started.
Nice.
Wow.
Since I joined.
Cool.
Yeah, everyone, go sub to pizza.
Go sub to pizza. I think I already have sub to pizza.
I don't think I'm subbed on my other channel that I'm logged into right now. Let me just.
I checked my YouTube channel just a few days ago. I'm up to 76 subscribers now.
I hate it when people. I hate it when people are like, "Please subscribe, like, hit the bell icon," and
I don't do that.
I hate it so much.
The only thing I ask when I do my videos is if you have any questions, please comment down below. That's all I say.
Yeah.
Pizza. It's a trend.
It's a trend, yeah.
It's a trend.
I just subscribed with my other channel, Pizza. You got another one. Yeah. And then if I think of it on my home cooking hacks, I'll do it too. But I'm not logging into that account right now.
Big trend.
I'm doing podcasts right now.
I'm doing podcasts.
What?
I've got a whopping 34 people now.
Someone at school tried to sell me a sub bot, and I'm like, okay, you are my age and you don't know how to program. There's no way you have a sub bot. And 2, I do not want subs that aren't legitimate. But I'm 90% sure he was trying to scam me.
Tonight's stream is not sponsored by Gatorade. I'm just gonna call out all these companies who don't want to sponsor me.
Just look to my channel, and I've got 34 subs, and 32 of them is
Black & Decker.
I know. I got plenty of Black & Decker stuff. Come on.
I'm thinking about reaching out to the Zorin OS developers to host a giveaway. Because I don't have any money to host one.
Also hosted by H2O.
There you go.
G'day, Ben. How are you?
Yeah, Benny. Yeah.
I was doing a video on your Hackman Linux today, so hopefully upload that in a couple of days.
I'm actually very impressed with that distro he made. That is a very good distro.
Holy, I cannot switch to the Hangouts because for whatever reason, all of the webcams are going at like 10 frames per second, and it's giving me a headache.
What type of webcam do you have?
I just use my laptop's built-in webcam.
Okay.
But I mean, other people's webcams are going at like 10 frames per second, and it's giving me a headache.
Usually, when it comes to webcams, Pizza, built-in laptop or desktop webcams are usually like decent to meh. If you want a really good webcam experience, you might as well just use an external webcam.
I don't even want a webcam, not until I'm 16, and I'm gonna be doing a face reveal. But I'm, if I decide to. But
I see.
I'm not gonna do like a. I'm gonna wear a mask for Saber Smash videos, so I could show the front of my face with a mask. It'd be a lot easier to film those videos.
Yeah.
Like my most recent video where I filmed outdoors, my How to Smash a Floppy Disk one, the one that also got a copyright claim.
You could use a deep fake thing. It would be your face, but Schwarzenegger's was good to be here on Pizza Loving Nerd.
But what I did is I just put on a hood and a hoodie. And I had my neighbor who was filming. I had him position the camera so you couldn't see the front of my face, just the back of my head, which was on a hoodie.
I don't really bother putting my face on my videos anyway because I think it's just, I don't know, I think I'd be distracting.
Yeah, even if I do a face reveal, I'm not gonna put my face in every video. Only the videos where it'd be easier for me to have my face than
just
to
wear
not.
dark shades and a fake beard, you know.
Yeah. I've only done it on a few of them, you know, but I don't.
Well, the webcam that I'm using, it's not going to be on for long. I'm planning to upgrade this webcam to a Logitech 920 at some point.
That's what I'm using.
Crescent Arms, thank you for the sub.
Oh, it was you. I was just about to ask you actually whether that was you. I got the right Pizza Loving Nerd. Okay, cool. Oh, you're very welcome, bud. You're very welcome.
Pizza Loving Nerd.
Capture card. I could use the professional one.
What's gonna suck is when my birthday happens in like 2 weeks. The whole gimmick of my channel is gonna be gone, because my gimmick is I'm a Linux user under 13.
Oh.
I mean, there is Pseudo Linux and Tech Bismo, but their upload schedules aren't very consistent. Like Tech Bismo seems, for a while, he was uploading like once a month until he just started uploading again. And then Pseudo Linux or Sad Error 256 uploads like once every month and a half. They don't upload very often.
Hey Ben, how you doing, buddy?
Wait, what? Sad Error deleted his channel again? What the heck?
He'll be back.
Yeah, I guarantee it. He deleted. I just hate it when he deletes his channel. Like Pseudo Linux actually had some really good videos, but he deleted all of them. Just make a video saying that you're not going to be on YouTube anymore, and then leave all your videos up.
Yeah.
He's probably going to want his old videos someday, but he deleted them.
Well, he's probably got them on local storage anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh. This is such a funny name for a Linux distro. I'm looking on DistroWatch, and you all gotta hear this.
Go on
A distro has a new version now. Version 3.1 of, get this, and this is the actual name of it. It's called Menino.
It's funny. Eventually, Solus 4 just refuses to come out. Eventually, Solus is going to be on
3.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9.9. We could just start, you know, adding at the end of the thing and just
letters.
That's not the only thing that's released. Arco Linux updated.
Oh yeah.
18.9.5.
What's funny is I just started doing the distro reviews again because I don't want to film on my Windows computer, even though it's my 1080p monitor. I don't want to film on that anymore because of that mic issue. So instead, until I get my second monitor on this laptop, in that case, I'm going to remove that extra distro that I have dual booting now. But once I get the VGA port to plug my laptop into my monitor, once that happens, I'm just going to record on that monitor and
wow, using VGA, that's old school, dude.
Or not VGA, RGB. I get them confused. Sorry.
Yeah, the thing is
that blue port on the side of my ThinkPad.
Well, the thing is, VGA is what my older generation used back in the olden days.
Yeah. Well, I actually had to use VGA once. Because I got this plug-and-play console that I was going to use for a save or smash, but I couldn't get it working on my TV, so smash, I guess.
VGA still comes out on some laptops anyway.
VGA is still good.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just get an old VGA monitor, hook that thing in there, and it'll work like a charm. It always works.
Well,
I think.
Actually, it is VGA. It is VGA.
Yeah, since you do a monitor,
RGB.
Yeah. No, VGA
is
I use a TV as my monitor. It's a Vizio. I don't know how many inches it is because I'm too lazy to get my ruler out and measure it.
That's not one of the smart TVs, is it?
It is a smart TV, but the Wi-Fi card's broken, so
that's
yeah. What's funny is 2 weeks after I got it, the Wi-Fi card broke, and I didn't even care because I have it connected to my PC anyway, and I can do everything that smart TV can do on my computer. So I took the free refund money that I get because Target, you get a refund without a return, which is nice of them. So you get to keep the product. So I got the refund and I used it to buy that Chromebook.
Well, basically, it's like
I never used.
Basically, it's like this, Pizza. When the reason why the Wi-Fi card broke, it's like this. The TV said these words: "Access denied." We forgot the Wi-Fi card was broken. But if you leave your name, number, and a free message, we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye.
So, Pizza, you got your YouTube channel, which is Linux for under 13s. You're saying. So why don't you call it? Why don't you call it once your birthday comes around? Call it Teen Linux.
Well, it's not.
It's not a bad idea.
I don't say it anywhere. It's just, you know what I mean. It doesn't say that anywhere. It's just kind of a gimmick.
No, that's right.
Whenever I'm new to a live stream or something, I always say, "Hey, what's up? I'm Pizza Loving Nerd. I'm a Linux user under 13."
Kenny, what's EB's channel name now?
Did EB change his name again?
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, trucking on Linux.
Yeah. Oh yeah, English Bob needs to stop changing
It'll be trucking on Linux now. Next week it'll be trucking on Chevy. You know.
Next time it will be. Next time his name will be Pizza Loving Nerd. Needs to change his name more.
Trucking.
So Ben, how you been doing, buddy?
Oh, I just got back from a AC/DC tribute band, and they
nice.
Yes.
And how's the work on Hackman Linux coming along, Ben?
It's going okay. Not many people have been requesting new features, but it's running pretty well. I actually meant to tell you guys, I completely forgot about this, but I have a website now. It's Ben's.
Oh, nice.
Yes, it's benstechhelp.webs.com. I'm currently seeking donations for it because, you know, I can't keep doing this Linux respin thingy for free. I gotta get some compensation for it. I mean, you know, here's the thing: maintaining a distro is a lot of work, you know, and I can't keep doing this work for free, you know, because I mean, it's not that I hate the community or anything like that. That's not the point. It's just that, you know, being a Linux dev like myself is a hell of a lot of work. I really gotta, you know, get some kind of compensation for this. So that's why Matthew will put a link to my PayPal.
I'm gonna have to pay up. We're gonna be breaking some kneecaps here.
Come on, Toss. But yeah, like I said.
One thing is I'd like to start an affiliate link for Amazon. I'm just worried that will take away traffic from other affiliate links that need it more. And I don't need money. I'm just a kid. My parents pay for everything. So while people actually, I don't really need money. However, some people actually use Linux YouTubing to live. So I think if I start an Amazon affiliate link, I'm going to add a notice saying, please donate to these other YouTubers first because I don't need it. This is
well, you see, I'm just working on my GED right now, and until then, I can't really get a good paying job. So this is just sort of something that I'm doing on the side, and I really would like to get some kind of income for myself because I'm maybe 27, but I do have Asperger's and that sort of thing, and that's making
I have Asperger's too.
Yeah, I have I'm autistic and I have a form of ADD ADHD as well.
Yeah, I hear you, man. But yeah,
I think at least half of my Discord server is autistic, honestly.
Yeah, I'm one of them, and it's not fun living with, believe me. But yeah,
no.
I don't suffer from ADD. I suffer from attention surplus syndrome, or ASS.
But yeah,
my son has autism.
Ben, can you give your website out again? Because some people in the chat
just gotta post it in the link in the chat.
Give me one.
Oh crap!
Tomorrow, if I'm correct, tomorrow, Carmine, is the private chat, right?
10 o'clock.
Is that 10 o'clock your time, Carmine?
10 o'clock Eastern, tomorrow evening Eastern. My time, Ohio time, yes.
And it's for all the Patreon supporters only, right?
And the PayPal.
Will I be invited? I donated PayPal like a year ago.
Well, you're not a parent, though.
But you can have a kid on for perspective.
That's true. That's true.
All right, I just put my.
I'm sure he'll probably just deny everything. Nope, not true. Nope.
All right, well, I just put my website link in there.
There we go.
The phone I was looking at sold out.
Those that can help out, please do. It'll help motivate me to, support Spatry more, and Matthew and myself. So yeah.
Speaking of Spatry, Ben, how's the Cup of Linux operating system?
Oh, that's going fine. I've already had a few requests to do a tutorial on my distro and his, and Oh, and speaking of Matthew, guys, he's away right now. I don't want to divulge too much, but his area got hit by the hurricane that's been going on, so I just wanted to point that out.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's okay. You know, he's actually living in his SUV until he actually comes back. So.
Okay. So
yeah,
he's okay.
He's okay. Yeah, he's not in any sort of real danger. He can't go home until
All right.
Just want to keep you guys up to date on that, and
good.
hopefully,
at least he made it out of the hurricane's path, because that hurricane was a big one.
Yeah, I hear you, Ricky. But yeah, he'll be home, I'm sure, soon. He just
a lot of rain, yeah, a lot of rain. Yep.
From what I heard, from what I heard out in the Gulf, there's a couple more hurricanes out there doing the conga line.
Right. So, and I'm supposed to see the
a lot of free car washes coming up. Yep.
My area is actually supposed to get all the rain that's coming from all that. So yeah.
Well, basically, I live in Florida, so my state's the primary target for most storms.
That's no fun, dude. Yeah.
Yep.
So, the phone I was looking at just sold out. Rip.
Which one?
I was looking at this refurbished Pixel from this seller that had a lot of a lot of good positive reviews.
Are you looking for phones on eBay?
Yes, it's a refurbished. I'm looking for a refurbished Pixel that is in good condition. And by good condition, I mean it doesn't have any dents in it. It can have scratches, but no dents at all.
Yeah. Why do you want what is it about the Pixel you want specifically?
Well, it's that it has good enough specs to what I'm doing is I don't play Fortnite, but I'm using if a phone can run the Android version of Fortnite, then that's like good enough specs for me. That's what I'm using it as a baseline basically. Okay. So and the Pixel is the cheapest phone I can find that is on that.
So you're needing to get the phone for gaming purposes.
No, I'm not playing Fortnite. That's just like my baseline for like my minimum. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do like PUBG Mobile, but I want it for. I kind of want it for gaming, but I mostly want it for communication with my parents and for coding on the go. And I want something that has a good enough video camera. And the Pixel has one of the best cameras of any phone that year. But I want a good enough video camera that I could save or smash videos on it.
You're learning to computer code?
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's awesome.
I made my own quote unquote OS. I call it an OS, but really it's just an Arch Linux.
It's a pizza OS, isn't it?
Yeah, but I also have this project called TermGet, which I've pretty much abandoned. I need to get back on there. Yeah, and it's a terminal package manager. So
was that yours or was that Sudo's?
TermGet is mine. Sudo contributed though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sudo's. I can't remember.
So I'll read. It's a TermGet is a project made by Pizza Loving Nerd and several others. If you want, I can list all of the contributors, but there's like 7 contributors. What are some of its features? Simple, easy to use interface, works in command line, supports a lot of package managers, feature rich, works on any Linux, Chrome OS, or Mac distribution, and soon Windows.
Oh, yeah.
Great package manager to new users, and code is easy to modify. So it's basically a software center in your terminal. That's how I describe it.
So basically, this is a multi-OS use terminal, basically.
It's a multi-OS terminal software center, and it supports. So it's for those who like software centers but don't like how buggy and unstable and how long it takes for them to search applications.
Okay. So in terms of Linux users, this is pretty much an alternative software center other than Synaptic.
Yeah, it's basically a software center for your terminal, and it supports. Get ready for this. It supports apt-get, XBPS, which is the one that Void uses, DNF, EOPKG, Zapper, Pacman. It has Yayert support, Homebrew for Mac. APM for APM, that means you can use it to manage your extensions for Atom, like the code editor.
Yeah.
It has PKG for BSD, Chrome Brew, so you can use it on your Chromebook.
Bulk man.
eMerge for Gentoo. It supports pip, so you can use it to install Python Python modules, and Chocolatey for Windows. And I am working on adding Snap and Flatpak support.
Interesting. Wow.
Well, this is like everything built into one.
Yeah, inside your terminal.
Dude. Hey, Pizza, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm working on an LFS system right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to add your package manager into my distro.
Okay. It's kind of... one thing, though, is we started we migrated to GitLab, and then after that, we set up our website and stuff on GitLab. And then we switched the repository for TermGet to GitHub, just so we could get more developers, because not everyone has a GitLab account. But we haven't fully finished the transition.
Yeah, I have a GitHub as well. I don't really use GitLab that much because I'm not really used to it, but I will start using that as much as
Actually, you know what? I'm going to finish the migration process right now.
Actually, Pizza, did you still need something done on the domain name?
Yeah, it's still broken because GitLab changed something.
You sent it on Skype, right?
Yeah, I did. But I got an email from GitLab basically saying that this is really stupid. So, GitLab sent me an email saying, let me find the email really quickly. I have so many emails that I'm just going through the Skype messages with Tom about it. Here it is. So, during a resource cleanup, the public IP for Microsoft ISO pages was inadvertently deleted. This will affect all users of custom domains for pages who have not yet updated their A record to point to the new
load
balance.
All right, what's that A record? Do you find it?
What?
Can you find that A record?
Yeah, it's on the. If you scroll up on your Skype thing, it has it. So, as a result, in order to restore public access to your GitLab pages, you will need to update your DNS A records as follows. So basically, they just changed the IP, or they accidentally deleted their thing, so they had to change the IP.
Do you know when that was sent?
This was sent August 27th.
27th.
I was gonna ask you to fix it again for me, but I didn't want to annoy you.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
I'm gonna see if I can catch some odd news where you guys chat.
Generally, a good idea, Pizza, if you don't see me do something in a short period of time, to annoy me.
Okay, sorry, I just didn't want to be...
I completely get it, and I absolutely appreciate what you're talking about, because...
I didn't want you to hate me. Just kidding.
And, hey, Tom, did I just hear Deepin's notification in the background?
Yes, you did.
That notification sound is so annoying.
I know.
Yes, it is.
I like it when it's like one. I like it when it's usually like one sound. Like if it's just like a tap sound, I like that. But if it's the Windows one where it goes bum or the Deepin one that's like bum bum bum, that one's so annoying now.
See, that's a notification from Ubuntu Mate saying, "What are you doing? Come over here." You know.
Yeah.
Okay, Pizza, your site should be back up now.
Yeah, it's fixed. Thanks.
Yeah, see, that's how long it took me. So, like I said, annoying me again would have been an okay thing, but I appreciate what you're saying.
This is a live chat of business meeting.
You're doing it for so I thought you also had other work to do.
Hey, it's the family business, okay? You got a freaking problem.
I think I have 6 or 7 different big projects. If anybody knows Shopify and wants a part-time contracting job, let me know.
Oh wait, you know how you used to work for that like company for education that got bought by Pearson?
Yeah.
I got a Pearson textbook, and it's so crap. Like the question wording is crap.
Yeah.
The wording for
Pearson was our competitor.
Yeah, I thought Pearson bought it.
No, McNally bought it. Yeah.
But I had this one math problem where my teacher didn't understand what it was.
Yep.
They cannot. And the worst part is if I lose the textbook, I have to pay $110.
Oh my god.
That's more than I paid for my my graphics card.
What type of graphics card do you have?
I have an NVIDIA 970. I bought it recently. Except I have a Pentium processor, which bottlenecks the entire system.
What generation of Pentium is it?
I don't know the exact model, but it's a G something. Hold on, I can pull it up. It's on my Steam page. It has my specs on my Steam page, so let me navigate over to that.
So for the Deepin desktop, Tom, what OS is gonna go on that
one? This one, actually, I was going to do Linux Mint Debian Edition, but I'm going to do Manjaro Deepin first because a lot of people have asked me, what's better, Deepin or Manjaro with Deepin?
I can't handle Manjaro. I had one really bad experience with it. I sort of want to give it a second chance, but basically I think I should give it a second chance because it was the second distro I ever used after taking a long break from Linux. Like, I ran Windows for like a year and a half and then switched back to Linux. And it was the second distro that I've ever used, basically. And I was completely new to it, and it was an Arch-based distro. And I had a hard time setting up everything.
Deepin was the second bottle of Tylenol that I ever used.
But when I was using Manjaro, I uploaded a video titled "Why I Switched from why I am removing Manjaro from my computer," and someone got mad and posted it on the Manjaro forum. So I had the entire Manjaro community just coming and disliking the video, and it was my most viewed video, but it was also my dislike video. Like, it had a
maybe that was why. Who is it? Joe Johnson hates Manjaro community because they do stuff like that.
But it's I had like my like to dislike ratio. I had like 1 like for every 4 dislikes.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But
maybe I should do that.
And then after that, I deleted the video just because.
You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have.
Nah.
You should have kept the video, to be honest. I mean.
Also, I was saying some ignorant things in it. I was saying some things in the video that were completely untrue that I thought were true when I made the video.
Okay. Well, that's
the main reason I deleted it.
Or you could just could do a correction video too.
You were self-policing yourself.
But,
Good.
But
Self-censoring.
I even put a comment. I even pinned a comment on it that said, "Hey, I am a young Linux user under 13. This is my second experience with Linux. So keep that in mind when commenting." And then people were replying like hateful stuff to that comment.
My lord.
Maybe that's what Joe Johnson's talking about with horrible.
So people got mad about it. People were like, "Well, you shouldn't have done a video on it in the first place if that's the case." Honestly, I can't handle criticism. That wasn't even criticism. That was just people hating at me for no reason.
I think Manjaro needs to be terminated.
I mean, there's a reason, but still, they were being completely unreasonable.
When it comes to hateful comments and stuff, if I get any of that on my videos, I just ignore the hateful comments because I don't have the time or the patience to deal with that.
Sometimes I just delete them. Sometimes I block them. Sometimes I just start making fun of them, and it's quite hilarious.
Exactly.
CJ Drummer.
Now my first video is, or now my most popular video.
On my videos, I just ignore the comments because I don't have the time.
Some feedback.
I can hear some. But now my most popular video is my video titled "Pros and Cons of Solus." And honestly, I don't like that video very much, but I have 36 likes and 3 dislikes, so I guess everyone else liked it.
Some people will just dislike for the sake of disliking. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah.
I mean, I only dislike a video if I really, really don't like it. Like, if it was a meh video, I don't dislike it. If it was a video, though, that got me angry, that made me want to punch my screen, like Logan Paul videos, then I do dislike it.
The main purpose of
when Paul's tasing a dead rat, I just like that.
The main purpose of when I made my YouTube channel over 10 years ago, the main purpose I had that I didn't have back then and I have now is the one reason why I have my channel is to simply just make enjoyable content and just run with it. I mean, I don't care if people like or dislike the video, or if people subscribe or not. The one thing I care about is honest, good feedback from good people, because if you have good feedback from an honest community, then you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, that was not what happened with the Manjaro video.
Yeah, that's why you gotta
it wasn't even criticism. People were just like, "I hope you go die, you F." Yeah. Like, it wasn't even criticism. I couldn't even. They were just being like, "That's the type of."
See, that's what you need, Robert.
You know what you should have done, man? You should have taken all those comments and pasted them right back into the forum and say, "This is why people don't like you."
I actually made a response video. Not a response video. I did a response on the forum and I talked about it, and then people were once again spewing hate at me, and to the point where I had to delete my Manjaro Forums account.
See, this is when you need Robert De Niro as the moderator. You talking to me?
Yeah, this is why I do not. This is the problem with the community. If people are like that, then that will. If some Windows user makes a video on why they don't like Manjaro and they just switch to Linux, because that's what I did, and then you get a bunch of hate from a bunch of angry people, that might push them back to Windows. They're like, ew, people are mean in this community. I'm going back to Windows. And if yeah.
Just remember one.
I wish I screenshotted some of those comments. Cause...
Go ahead, Steve. You're next.
I'm sorry. No, I said that's why I like Peppermint so much. I mean, that the guys in the forum, PC Net Spec, but that's Mark Greaves. He's the guy behind Peppermint.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
And
it's a great community.
He's following my channel, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like being in Microsoft and maybe Gates being on there. But those guys, I've never really seen anything ignorant. ZBD Boss, he's big there.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I really stick with Peppermint, is because of that kind of support.
The thing about Peppermint is they have a wonderful community. Everybody on the forums is just very nice and supportive. You will not find a very good community like you can find on Peppermint.
Yeah. I mean, Mark is so quick to respond to a lot of the, it's just great. I mean...
But what I was going to say is, in this world that we live in this reality, there's going to be a lot of hateful people that are going to say stuff, and I think the only really sensible thing we can do is just swim right through it and just keep pushing forward.
There's that old expression where misery loves company, and if a person is whatever, miserable, unhappy, made the wrong choices, stupid, and they're going down, they're gonna try to take someone with them so they're not alone.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I've been in retail for pretty much my adult life, but I've been on my current job for 37 years.
Wow.
And if I can take the criticism from the customers, I can certainly do this.
Just so you know, I have my cat on the webcam if you guys want to see it.
That's a cute kitty.
One thing you got to remember is when you're going through life, in most cases, no matter where you work, who you're with, at school, wherever you are, most people do not talk to you like they do on the internet when it becomes face-to-face. So you've got to remember one thing. Most of these people are just keyboard warriors who like to say things because they haven't got the guts to do it to people in real life. Because in general, in real life, people do not do that. You don't come across people on a regular basis who are just in your face all the time.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen.
No, you just gotta have a thick skin. That's what it is. You just gotta wash all the criticism away. Don't worry about it. There's always a joker in the pack. Always.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So you just rough with the smooth, you'll be fine.
Always
I remember.
On the right side of life.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's sometimes you just have to laugh. You know, think about it, and like instead of getting mean or losing your cool, just laugh at it. You know, I remember years ago I would be on the line with customer service trying to help a customer, and I knew what the procedures were. So I'd call. Well, we can't do that because you know what I would do? Click, call again. And if I got just click, I kept calling till I got the person who knew what the heck he was doing. And it was much faster that way than to argue with someone who obviously didn't want to help you. You know, I just think, I don't even say goodbye, just click, call again, you know. And it seemed to work.
When I get frustrated on the phone and I'm not getting the customer service I need, the first thing I do is ask for a manager, because that person on the phone is just a worker. If you really want to get stuck into someone, you ask for the manager, because then that's what their job is to deal with an irate customer. When you get to that point, not very often I do, but I have once or twice had to ask for the manager, because and then you try to do it as respectfully as you can, you know. But we all lose our what can you say, our temper every now and then in life. It happens. We're all human. But, you know, on the whole, it's constructive criticism. If you don't like something, give some constructive feedback as to why. Otherwise, don't watch a video, or don't be involved in anything if that's the case.
Tell you a funny story. Years ago, I had gotten a new cell phone. And I went down to Florida. And when you know it, as soon as I got there, my phone just crapped out on me. So I had bought insurance because I think it was a refurb. It wasn't brand new, but I bought the insurance. And it was Sprint, and I'm down there. It was like 2004. And I'm like, you know what? I know what the procedures are. You got to call it in. They got to verify. You have to send it in. I'm on vacation. I need a phone. So I told myself, you know, I need to find a Sprint store close to where I'm headed, preferably with the female manager, and preferably an Italian female manager, so I can talk to the person. Thank you, Ben. And guess what? That's exactly who I found. I stopped at the first Sprint store that I saw. I walked in. I explained it to the associate there. They didn't know. He or she didn't know. Let me get the manager. I'm like, oh, great. I got to wait for her. Oh, hi there. How are you? You know, and she happened to be, and I'm like, you know what? She said, you know what? I'll swap out the phone for you now. Thank you. You're so sweet. You know, and bam, done, you know. But no, I mean, I wasn't trying to take advantage. I really needed a phone. It wasn't like I was, you know.
Yeah.
But sometimes things work out. Like, given a choice, if I have, and it's been a while, it's been a long time since I've had issues at a store, customer. Given a choice, I prefer face-to-face. And to me, I prefer a female manager. Not to sound, you know, whatever you want to call it, but I prefer to look into her eyes, explain my situation. Please, can you help me? You know. And chances are, unless you're being unreasonable, they're going to help you. You know,
exactly.
Because anything you can do to brighten that person's day, you know, with a little, you know, a smile, a joke, eye contact, trust me, because they don't get it enough. Even the guys, we don't get enough, right, Steve? Am I right or wrong? Right?
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, anyway, it worked for me. I only had to do it once, but it worked, you know. So anyway, females are more agreeable. That depends how you treat them.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So, but generally speaking, you want to be nice to everybody.
Yeah.
Because the odds are going to be in your favor if you are human.
Well,
and not a jack. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, there's an old saying: respect goes all around.
Stick to the basics, you know.
Yeah.
But I usually have pretty good luck, you know. Like I'm on the phone with customer service, and there may be times they really cannot help you. You still want to be nice, because it'll you'll learn from that. Because if you turn out to be a jerk, not try to unjerk yourself. Good luck, you know. But
is that a word?
I guess so. Unjerk yourself. Yeah. Hey, pal, go unjerk yourself. Thank you. I need to do that. Oh God.
I'd like to know how that's possible.
I saw a video recently, Toss, that you put up. It was about the car auctioneer.
Oh yeah. What was it about? Oh yeah.
Oh,
Imagine I had gone to a car auction years ago, and they're I mean, they auction like hundreds of cars, maybe 1,000 cars in like 4 hours. It is unreal what they did in 4 hours. But I'm thinking, what if the auctioneer was smoking, you know, the weed? Okay, do I hear 25,000? Ooh, that hurts. Oh, sold for 26. Oh, it's not sold. Oh, okay. they would do like 3 cars in like 4 hours. You know, just the opposite. You know. Oh man.
I mean, if I was to see an auctioneer that was high on that stuff, I would be laughing my
do I hear 20,000? Yeah, 20. What's all the same, pal? You know,
I mean, the thing about these auctioneers it's
unreal. It's like they speak like a language like Martian. So what the bleep did he say? You know. He's on crack or something.
I think they were taught the Martian language by Switch.
Yes, they were. I wrote the book on auctioneering.
I think they learned auction language by injecting coffee beans in their every single day for a year.
You know, I taught chemistry at 8 in the morning. I had to learn to talk fast so I could get the entire book. You know.
You had to teach chemistry at 8 in the morning?
And I live 35, 40 miles away from the school over the Appalachian Mountains in the East Coast. So there's times I actually had to leave my house at like 5 to make sure I was there.
Talk about a chemical imbalance.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to dive into some random funny news. I'm going to wrap this up probably at midnight. So let's see. Whale watching boat slapped by humpback's tail. So take that.
So they were rear-ended, is that right?
He got rear, yeah.
Wait.
I know.
Wow.
Yeah. Slap that. Yeah.
I'm guessing those whales were sent by Solus.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a cute picture of it. All you see is the tail's rear end, but anyway. Yeah, I just got the tail end of that story. Okay, what else we have here? Bull, as in a real bull, escapes Utah veterinarian before circumcision. That's what it says.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, really. What a load of bull. Okay. Exploding lighter launches cup of doodles at store. That's what it says. Exploding lighter. Light them up.
How in the world does the nuclear force of a lighter even do that?
Oh no. Let's see here. This will get me demonetized, I suppose. Package full of marijuana delivered to radio station building.
Oh my god!
So instead of
the auctioneer works there.
So when the radio today on KW4, I'd be like today on K. What the bleep is it? Oh yeah, W09. Yeah. That's
all I gotta say. Toss. There it goes.
All right. Let's see here. Company unveils champagne designed for space drinking.
Whoa.
That's what it says.
Let me get this straight. Space. They invented space alcohol, essentially.
I don't know. That's what it. Yeah. I'm not gonna go. I'm just gonna read the headlines, and you guys can just imagine what the stories are.
Yeah.
Big package of marijuana washes up on Florida beach.
That didn't last long.
Really? Let's see here. Swooping magpie stalks cyclists on Australian road. You guys have a problem with magpies over there?
Oh yeah, we do. They like to swoop all the time. Yep.
What?
Okay.
What's a magpie? I've never heard of those.
It's a bird.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's also
my.
It's also the pet that comes under my AFL team, which is the Magpies.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bill Attack. Yeah, I've heard about them.
Yeah.
Well, let's stick with the theme here. Crack pipe vending machines found in Long Island.
Oh my.
Nice.
I need a couple more super chats to balance this out. Just keep donating. Okay?
Demonetized.
I know, really. Wow, this isn't funny, but Michigan fisherman reels in 32-pound salmon. Wow.
Oh my god.
It's huge. Like it covers this. Wow. Okay, that'll feed his family for that.
A 32-pound salmon that can give that fisherman a lot of fillets to last a good few weeks.
Is that a real story? Is that a real story, Toss? Because it sounds a bit fishy to me.
Sounds a bit fishy. It's a real story. It's a real story. Let's see. Crash spills beer kegs onto highway embankment.
Oh, snap.
So don't drink and drive, yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, basically, you just don't drink and drive, period, people. It's just stupid.
You might spill some, guys.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't spill your point when you're driving.
This is strange. Thieves steal California woman's new lawn. They stole a lawn?
Pull the turf up.
Dude, what? I want to tell these thieves when we say smoke grass, that's not what we meant.
No, the worst of it was astroturf.
I'm not gonna go to. I'm just reading the. Rat pulls fire alarm inside DC condo building.
Oh my god! Well,
you dirty rat.
You dirty rat. You dirty rat. Yeah, right.
I think these stories have entered us into uncharted territory.
Someone said in chat that grass isn't cheap.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't believe it.
That's quite true.
A rat pulls a fire alarm. That's really funny.
You dirty rat. Yeah. So are we talking about like a rat or a rat in Washington?
I'm guessing that's one. I'm guessing that's one way. I'm guessing that's one way to rat somebody out.
There you go.
That's pretty.
Bada bing. There we go. We're on fire tonight. Let's see what else we have. What's here? Let's see if there's any funny car news.
Oh, car news. Maybe there's some truck news.
This is unusual. Woman who gives birth on video in moving car gets another surprise. Well, hope everything's okay.
She got a ticket.
Yeah, yeah, that's
You might start driving while giving birth, love. Come on now.
No, I don't like that one. Don't like that one. Don't like that one. Cows help police catch a suspect fleeing in a stolen car.
I think I've heard this one before.
Yeah, that kind of sounds familiar.
That one sounds from
familiar. Yeah, I don't know how the cows did it.
Roadblock.
I mean,
yeah, it was a roadblock. Yeah, right.
I mean,
it was a stakeout toss.
All I gotta say, in conjunction with this story, I think I can sum this story up in several sentences. Beef! It's what's for dinner.
Let's see here. This is from New Jersey. Hey, a man caught on a man caught on video lathering up and giving himself a shave while riding the train was violating agency rules. Really? What rule's that?
What?
Thou shalt not shave on trains? What?
I guess so. I guess there's a rule in the train you cannot shave.
I didn't.
Maybe he was trained to do that.
Bada bing.
I'm trying to keep it undemonetized, keep it cleaner, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I am actually, for a change.
Basically, just take the broom and dustpan and just sweep away.
Hundreds of fun-loving Philadelphia bicyclists ride nude for the ride of their life.
I am not saying anything.
I'm not going to say nothing, man. Yeah.
No, settle, fix, will.
Man fined $124 for kicking seagull that ate his cheeseburger.
Oh my god!
That's what I would do.
What a cheesy story. Come on.
Right?
He kicked a bird?
Yeah,
because it ate his cheeseburger.
But did the bird eat the whole cheeseburger? That's what I've got in my mind.
I don't know.
Wow! I guess that proves that even animals like McDonald's.
I guess so. Let's see. Thieves. I think I mentioned this, but thieves raid Virginia store of right foot shoes.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the last stream.
I guess they picked the wrong store. Yeah, right.
Yeah, they left before they even got there.
Well, unfortunately, this time the shoe is on the other foot.
Yes. Well, I think it was a right-wing store.
Yeah. They may have left it too late.
But about. Okay, let me scroll down here. California man had 800 pounds of stolen lemons. Talk about driving a lemon. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a lot of lemon,
the wrong car.
Our good friend Joe put a joke in the chat.
I missed it.
He just posted it.
What's the difference between a Harley and a vacuum? With the vacuum sheet, the dirt bag is on the inside. Oh, God. Okay. Thanks, Joe. That was funny.
One, Joe. Nice one, Joe.
Yeah. Let's see here. Coast Guard offering reward for info on buoy bell thieves.
Really?
I would see buoy bell thieves. Yeah.
Boy.
Okay.
Buoy
bell.
Boy. Church burglar leaves apology note after theft of equipment.
Oh my.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
I don't think an apology note's gonna solve the issue.
Yeah, just give it back and do some community service and.
Just give it. It's like I said in the last stream, the stupid things people do to garner attention.
Yeah. Well.
Well, the last thing you want if you're saving something is attention. I'm just saying.
Nah, that's not funny either. Officer sees 3 king cobras, 300 other reptiles from a home. Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness, that's some weird house. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. If there were some king cobras right in front of me, I'd be running for the hills.
Just slippery subject, though.
Let's see here. No, not funny there. This one's a bunch of no. New Delhi robbers escape with valuable commodity. Hair.
What?
That's what it says.
Uh-huh.
That's a hair-raising story, let me tell you. Let's see here. Let's try one more, and then we'll wrap it up. Let's see. 4-year-old escapes preschool to chat up cute classmate. Aww. Aww. Yeah, that was cool.
Talk about learning young. Good lad.
Yeah, slick. Let's see. No, don't like that one. Airline removes nuts after Sri Lanka president's rage. Well, how many people did they throw off the plane? thieves turned themselves in for stealing too much.
Well, good for them.
Isn't one theft enough? Right? Oh, God.
TOS.
Yeah.
Just going back to that last one.
Yeah.
Did they remove nuts from the plane? I mean, is the plane still together? What's the deal there?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's from the plane. Yeah, but the plane, you're right.
I thought you were watching United videos, that's what it was.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. No, don't like that one. This gas doesn't pass. The show on the truck. Okay, I won't go there. All right, clever. Don't like that one. Overturned fruit truck turns into free pickings for looting locals in China. Of course. Yeah.
That's like when a money truck falls over and they're like, please return the money. No.
Yeah,
No
right.
problem. Yes.
Please lower my taxes.
Survivor of bus crash. Oh, wow. Survivor of bus crash gives birth to twins hours later.
Oh
God
my
bless.
God.
Wow.
Wow.
Hope the person's
This was in the
okay.
U.S., yeah. Wow. Lucky person, I suppose, in a way.
Wow.
More than one way.
Teacher arrested for not giving test.
What?
I can get what?
This is in China too. The Chinese are weird, yeah.
You can get arrested for not supplying a test to your pupils.
Wow.
Oh, that's it. What?
Okay.
That's fantastic.
Oh. Let's see here. We'll make this the last one. Getting high on high speed train. Three men were detained after railroad employees discovered 3 women. Real okay. They were discovered smoking something in the toilet on board a high speed train to Shanghai.
Shanghai.
So the next time you take a high speed train.
Well, that's why it's called high-speed train.
Yeah, high speed. Yeah, right. Yeah.
And we'll go to Shanghai after all.
Oh my. Double.
They should have just opened the window.
Yeah.
Little Max. Oh, wait.
Anyway.
Hello, Paul.
I'm gonna prepare to get off here, but
Yep.
before I do,
Mill, hello. Make sure I catch everybody in the chat here before we wrap it up.
Before we wrap up this, everybody smash that like button in there and support everybody here.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Support us. Support us.
Yep.
We need all the support we can get.
Yeah, I've got to go, TOS. And
all right. Cool.
Good stuff again, mate.
Yep.
Great chat.
I'll catch you on the next
thanks
one.
everybody in the chat.
Take care, Colin.
And I'll no worries, guys. Nice to talk with you.
Yeah.
Yep. No worries.
See you later, guys.
All right, later.
Take care, Colin.
Bye.
CJ, which story would you say was she on the double decker? Which story were you referring to? I missed it in the chat. Sorry.
I was saying the woman that gave birth to twins after the crash.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's appropriate. Okay. All right.
It was not my best attempt at humor.
That's okay.
At least you attempted humor.
Yeah. Some of the best news and nonsense from the past are just been the stories. Nothing that I had like a fire extinguisher factory burns down in Chicago next to a fire station. You know, stuff like that. But the funniest stories are the ones that are so outrageous there's no pun needed or nothing extra needed to the story. You know, like a man calls police after saying someone stole his heroin or something like that. You know, it's just silly stuff like that. So, you know. All right, 1 minute warning, and then I'm done for the night. Any last comments or questions that we missed? If I missed anybody in the chat, sorry. I'll say hello again and goodbye again.
Refresh me. What is the topic for your private chat tomorrow night?
Parents podcast: the effect of social media gaming on family and kids.
Okay.
So, yeah, we'll talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, and if I'm correct, that video I think should be uploaded. I think the following day or the day after, I believe.
I give it about a week or less to make it public, unless somebody privately requests they'll make it public. Then I won't. I've never had that request, but that's an option. You know, if somebody says just leave it private, then that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. Man.
I do.
Hi, Heather.
I do have a suggestion for another topic you could do.
Yeah.
My suggestion to you is basically a very simple one, easy to remember. After you get done with this one, I say your next topic should be, what is the best smartphone?
I think I've talked about the perfect smartphone. I think that was
like your first one.
I think I've talked about the perfect smartphone. Well, what I would think would be the perfect, to me, the perfect smartphone would be, well, I'll use this is the Motorola E5 Plus, I think. I won't keep this because it's not fully compatible with AT&T. I don't get voicemail notification. I have to call in voicemail, which is very, but let's say that worked. That's a nice large screen. I'll make it quick. This is 6, and there's Bruce Lee there on the top. I showed you real quick a picture there, but no, 6 inches. This is almost too big, but we'll say it's the right size. It's got a front speaker. Now it's missing one here, but if it had 2, I would say that's the perfect smartphone. A nice big display, brighter, 2 speakers. A headphone jack, imagine that. Micro card slot. Now this one here, I'll rate it an 8 out of 10. I won't give it a 10 because of 2 things. It doesn't have a second speaker, and it has the old micro charge versus USB-C, which is, reversible. So I would give this an 8 out of 10. If it had the speaker and the charge part, I would give it a 10 out of 10. For a budget phone, like $200, don't expect the camera to run like a $800 Pixel or anything.
Yeah.
But that would be an example of almost perfect smartphone. But the perfect smartphone would be like what I said: a big screen, stereo speakers, USB-C, a headphone jack,
removable battery.
Even a removable battery, but batteries nowadays, my HTC has a 5-year battery and still rocks. So,
well,
it depends how you look after them.
Yeah. The other topic that I had in mind that you could do is, since you did what's the perfect phone, why not make one about tablets?
Well, I think the next one after tomorrow. I won't give it away, but there was a heartbreaking story last week. Can technology prevent or stop the opioid crisis? Can technology prevent overdoses? That's a big problem here in Ohio.
It's a problem.
I'm gonna have to do some research on that. But that I think would be a good topic. Yeah.
Well, Facebook actually this week, Instagram just launched a component of their. And if somebody searches up with a hashtag some drug-related things, they're going to pop up resource links to that.
Okay.
So they're doing that, and
the thing is, drug addiction. It's just heartbreaking to see so many people.
There's a lot of factors involved.
The problem with
opioid
abuse is that a lot of it is actually factory-made. The painkillers and so on are opioids. And they're addictive as well.
So I don't think technology can do much personally, but I'll do some more research on it. Yeah. Heather, your leg was hurting. What happened? Are you okay? Yes, Mill, never do drugs. Totally agree.
The thing about drugs is
I don't even like to take aspirin when I have a headache. I'll be quiet. I just don't. Now, sometimes I will. But yeah, I hate to put any medication out. Now, if I have to, I have to. That's the difference. If the doctor says do it, then I'll do it. You know.
And then reality is for people that can't handle drugs.
You know, when I was a kid in New York, and then I'm going to say goodnight here, but I had opportunities to whatever drugs were available back then. But honestly, there's an old cliche. I just said no, thank you, and that was it. No conversation, no bad words, no attitude. Just no, thank you, and that worked for me. And I'm still here.
A lot of kids have what they call peer pressure, though. They might do it, so they want to fit in. A bit like what Peter was saying earlier, actually. All the peer pressure.
As far as I know, Heather, there is, from what I know, there's nothing on Tim as of yet.
No, I haven't. I did send him an invite for tomorrow night's private show, but I mean, I don't. It's not knowing that scares me. Not knowing one way or the other. So, Tim, if you're listening, we're here. So let us know.
I mean, if you're listening, buddy, send a sign to let us know you're all right.
All right, I'm going to wrap this up for that tonight. I want to thank everybody here who joined in the chat and live. Always a pleasure. You're
welcome, man.
And we'll do it again. Then again tomorrow night. CJ, do you have kids?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. I'm trying to get a parent's perspective for tomorrow night. Okay.
I don't have any children at all.
What's the matter with you guys? Get some girls. Come on.
I have one.
I have 8 nieces and nephews, so I mean, I get to be the cool uncle.
Nice. That's pretty close. That's close enough, right? Yeah.
But anyway, time to get ready for 99.
All right. Have a good night, and I'll catch you on the next one. Any questions, comments that we missed, or just send me an email, and we'll go from there. So.
All right. Ciao.
All right. All right, guys. I'm going to bed.
Everybody.
Bye.
Take care.
Nighty night. Bye.